And it's another review from this week's GTA Online Weekly Update offers, and today we are doing the Nagasaki Outlaw. Now this isn't actually one of the offers, this is the LS Car Meet prize ride, and it's a really easy challenge this week. I think you need to finish top 5 for 3 days, which if you're doing the drag races, and if you want to know how to do the drag races and to win the cars, I'll pop a link up here in the top right somewhere. So yeah, if you're doing the drag races, then top 5 for 3 days is basically turning up. So you can kind of think of this as a participation medal.
You didn't win anything. It's a participant medal. They give them to every kid with a pulse.
But anyway, what I said I wanted to do is I was always going to win the LS Car Meet prize rides and review them for you. Unless I forgot, or I couldn't be bothered. And this week, I really wish I hadn't bothered. Because this thing is crap. So it's based, apparently, let me just get my my stuff in order. It's apparently based on the Can-Am Maverick X3 Turbo, which is an ATV. And yeah, for years people had always been saying, wow, when are they going to give us the Can-Am Maverick X3 Turbo in this game? Yeah, well, they did it. So what is it? It's an ATV, which is basically, it's sort of like half bike, half car. It's basically a space frame chassis with a fairly powerful engine stuck in the back and a fairly brutal four-wheel drive system, meaning it is good, or is supposed to be really, really good off-road, but a little bit rubbish on-road. And the one thing I can vouch for is that it is rubbish on-road. When I got this thing, I thought this was going to be a load of fun, but I think, on the most part, this commits the cardinal sin of GTA Online cars, in that it's boring. It's just, there's nothing interesting. Customization is almost completely non-existent. You can change the colours, the liveries and the wheels. That's your lot. There's nothing of any significance in there. The drive is interesting. It picks up really quickly and it has some interesting handling. One of the things that is quite cool about it is that it is really controllable in the air. It's almost like a plane when you get it in the air. You've got so much control over how you land, so that is quite useful. But everything else about it is just crap. I've got to admit, when I was trying to figure out what I was going to say in this review about it, I got a little bit hung up because all I could think of was holy dog shit! Yeah, and that's not really a good review. Now, there are some good things I can say about it. If you ignore the speed and the fact that it's not quite as good at powering off-road as you might want, it does have some redeeming features. Mainly that this car, vehicle, bike, pram, whatever you want to call it, this thing can go absolutely anywhere. There's nowhere on the map you can't take this thing. It's really difficult to kill it in water as well. This can drive through most of the rivers. I don't think it'll drive through the sea, but most of the rivers you're going to be absolutely fine with. It's and that's about the only place where this thing makes any sense. So if you are interested, here's the time it did on the across the map, which is actually fairly respectable. It did a 3:01, which is not bad, but if I'm honest, the review here is it worth your time and effort? Well, it's kind of difficult because it's not much effort. As I say, all you've got to do is turn up for 3 days and you'll get this thing. So then the question is, do you have the garage space for it? And if you're short on garage space, I would say, honestly, don't bother. Just do a race where you can choose this as one of the cars, because you're not missing much. I mean, yeah, looning about in the mountains, it's, you know, it's quite good fun, but how often are you going to do that? So I would say, even though this is free, I think this is one to miss. I hope that was useful, and I'll see you in the next one.